Peace to Ruben Diallo, New Era Detroit, Free Mind Society representing. I'm bringing you this video as I guess, a culmination to two videos that I did prior on the degradation of the black female and the disrespect of the black womb, and what we need to do in order to change our situation, our current situation, which is at the bottom of the totem pole. I mean, we've been here for a while, so I think that I speak for everybody in my culture that it's time to wake the hell up, flat out. So I'm gonna bring you this video. It's gonna be a shorter video. This is gonna be straight solutions. We already talked about the problems, so now we're gonna talk about the solutions and what we can do to change our situation. Okay, the first thing we have to do is change this. Well, what's in between here? We have to change the brain. We have to change our mode of thinking, because if you ever heard the saying, you are what you eat, you are also what you think. And you eat before you even speak a word, before you say hello, before you say goodbye, or whatever it is you're about to say. You think it first, and you process it and eat it literally first before you speak it. Then when you speak it, you eat it again because you hear it. And then when you hear it, it goes back into the mind, you process it. So you essentially have eaten that word, or those words, phrase, or whatever you were talking about, multiple times within a matter of seconds. So what happens? It logs into your subconscious. Now it becomes your conscious thought, right? So that's the first way that we have to that we must implement in order to change our situation. Have to change our thinking. Have to, because if we're not thinking correctly, you're not going to be acting correctly or accordingly. You're going to when you don't think correctly, you become reactionary. When you're thinking clearly, you become proactive. That's the first way. The second way, and it's very simple. Everything I'm saying is very simple. It might sound complex, but it's simple. The second way, which probably should have been the first, but the second way is through love. And what I mean by that is, when you see your people on the street, when you see the elderly, when you see young people, male, female, whatever, speak. Just say what's up. You'll be surprised that they're going to look at you with a smile and say what's up back. Because that's all people really want to hear. People tired of this mean mug, walk around gloomy all day, man. That's not us. That's not us. Here again, you are what you think, you are what you eat, and you are what you see and process. So if you see constant disrespect and no love ever, then what's going to manifest in you? Heartless way of thinking. A heartless way of thinking is what's going to manifest. So we have to change it on that level too. Speak. Hey, when you say, hey, what's up, my brother? What's up, my sister? Love, you know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. Or if you see that elderly lady struggling to get in the house, or, you know, carrying groceries or pumping gas, stand around. Make sure nobody run up on her. That might be somebody's granny, man. That might be your granny. Feel me? Okay, so in the third way, something that we need to change also. We're talking about eating, not just solid food. We're talking about eating spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because the third thing is we need to change what we consume. Because what we consume into our bodies also affects our reasoning, intellect, and so on and so forth. It affects everything. Everything. Our bodies are like supercomputers. So when it comes to the mental aspect, the spiritual aspect, and the physical aspect, they have to work as one in order for that machine to operate correctly. Right? So we have to watch what we eat. We have to watch what we feeding our kids. We feeding our kids bullshit. I mean, straight trash. And as long as our bodies are consumed with this garbage, this pollution, our minds won't operate correctly. Our spirits, we won't even listen to our spirits, because we operating with these GMOs and all. I mean, half the products on the market didn't exist 10 years ago, let alone 15 years ago. So that's another suggestion. When you go to the grocery store, stay on the outside. Pay attention next time you go in. Stay on the outside. That's where all the fresh food is. Everything on the inside is pretty much garbage. I mean, it's all manufactured. It comes from no source. It comes from chemical compounds being put together. So you're essentially eating chemicals, not even eating real food. That also contributes to the destruction of your temple. Now, the next thing is what you see and read and process and comprehend, meaning television, books, or however you get your information. Pay attention the next time you watch TV or whatever you do to get your entertainment or information from it. Watch the amount of pollution that you see. Just pay attention. It's straight garbage. And what we're doing is we're babysitting our kids with this trash and wonder why they gone berserk. But just watch the stuff that you feed them. Because remember, if you see, you eat. Same concept. It's all relative. Same concept. So watch what they watch. Watch what you watch. Subliminal messaging is a motherfucker. I'm not even gonna touch on that subject. I gotta talk for an hour about that, but I'm not. Watch what you're reading. Start reading stuff that's feeding your soul, that's feeding your mind, that's feeding your spirit. Stop reading this trash, because it's trash. And what it's doing is it's keeping you in a slumber. It's keeping us in a slumber. And we need to wake up, man. The reason that we are in the situation we're in is because we sleep. Not because the white man or whoever is oppressing us. Yes, they do that, but we are allowing them to. We are allowing them to. I mean, let that marinate. We are allowing them to do this. Because all we got to do is stand up. All we got to do is wake up. And it's over. So, here we are. We was on the sea. Also, the next step. Watch what you listen to. Music, gossip, bullshit, whatever. Just listen to it. Be careful of what you take from other people's conversations in passing or at work or wherever you are. Watch it, man, because it's pollution all in that. And all of these things kind of go together. They're all together, but they're all separate too. Because some people say, well, I'm not going to listen to this, but I'm going to watch this. Or I'm not going to watch this, but I'll listen to this. It's all the same because you're still eating it. When your body don't know the difference, it's just processing it as information. It's not really processing it as, oh, well, this is good, this is bad. It's processing it. And it's going into your subconscious and it becomes your conscious thought. So these are ways that we need to correct. We need to examine. Even myself, every day, I'm in the mirror talking to myself. Like, dude, you need to get off of this or that, or you need to get on this or that. And I try to put it into my mind and then manifest it. And usually it happens. We got to change how we perceive ourselves too. This is the last thing I'm going to touch on. When we look in the mirror, do we see kings? Do we see queens? Do we see literal royalty? We are descendants of the Creator, the greatest energy ever. Do you see that when you look in the mirror? I do. But do you see it? Our perception of ourselves is one of the biggest reasons we are in the situation that we are in. Because we don't view ourselves as anything but slaves. Gorillas, monkeys, apes, niggers, degenerates, whatever else they call us. That's what we see ourselves as. And as long as we perceive ourselves to be like that, we are going to be in this situation. But that moment that you decide to say enough is a fucking enough, it ends. And it's as simple as that. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Free Mind Society. Think about it. Peace.